cool your day. So when you feel love, all you gotta do is turn on the power of your radio. Tune in, get joy in stereo. 99.7.
Very good afternoon to you and welcome to your favorite business development program on radio, Masterclass. Masterclass is powered by Joy Business and brought to us today by Goyle. Goyle Good Energy, Goyle Yenara Yedia. Masterclass comes your way every Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. and runs all the way through to 2:15 p.m. here on your superstation Joy 99.7. My name, as always, is Yaw Anim Barnafo, and I'm glad to be your host for today's edition of Masterclass. Last week here on the show, in the month of September, we started what we typically like to refer to here on the show as a startup dialogue series. Essentially, what that is that after having shared all those business principles with you, we've talked about the theories of bookkeeping, of business experience, of recruitment, of branding, of packaging, of marketing, of raising capital, of all the things that we talk about here on the show where we bring people to talk to you. And then we want to go out in the field and find out, how do all of those things connect with our entrepreneurs in their everyday work? How do those things connect? How do those theories connect? Essentially, it's the end of the month. The bank is calling. People are trying to get paid. Your workers are looking at you. Your overheads are staring at you. But the revenues have also not come in. Your revenue streams are challenged. How do all these principles come to bear? And so we like to hear the stories of indigenous Ghanaians. Last week here on the show, we had a story of a Ghanaian and an indigenous Ghanaian who was also into business. This week also we're going to be listening to the story of another renowned Ghanaian. I'll be introducing him shortly. But the beautiful thing about new months also is that brand new months bring new opportunities, new strengths, new openings, and new growth. So by all means, we're going to be learning something here on the show today that's going to inspire someone and help your business to become much, much better for it. My resource person is a CEO of a company that is referred to as or called Maison Yusif. Maison Yusif. He's got one of those CVs that I like to say when I grow up, I want to be like him. Very wonderful CV, very rich. He started his career after school like all of us, most people, but decided that instead of getting into paid employment, he was going to become an employer, which is what we're trying to push here on the show to get a lot more people to be able to set up businesses so that you can become employers instead of becoming employees. But he chose to also set up his career in one of the fields which, should I say, is rather unusual within the Ghanaian business terrain. You know, back in the day, chocolate was always imported. But I found out, a couple of years ago that the Ghanaians who are making chocolates. Perfumes is one of the brilliant areas where I'm sure that if you like perfumes like me, then you know your perfumes. But it's interesting to find out that we have a homegrown Ghanaian-born entrepreneur who is a perfumier. I think that's the right word, perfumier. And he graduated with first-class degree honors in a course that had nothing to do with perfuming. He graduated with first-class degree honors in public relations. In 2017, he began his entrepreneurial journey after many unfruitful attempts to getting a paid job, getting a white-collar job, after he had gotten a first class. Very, very difficult. And I know that story sort of resonates with many of us. Then he goes on to say, after many unsuccessful attempts to get a job, I pushed into buying and selling clothes, watches, sneakers, slimming products, and becoming an Uber driver, which also didn't work for me. But along the line, I realized that people whom I sold to ended up falling in love with the fragrance that I wore. What do you have in your hand? Sometimes we're looking in all the wrong places. What do you have in your hand? The people he encountered were not looking at the service he was offering, but the perfume he was wearing. Interesting. And so he goes on and on. Long story short, which is a story that he's going to tell us today, he ended up becoming a perfumier. I don't know if there are any other perfumiers out there this afternoon. If you're listening to us, by all means, when we do get interactive, reach out and let's build that awareness together so that we stop buying all of these. I know it's going to be difficult. Some of you are hooked onto certain perfume brands, but for the sake of this conversation this afternoon, I won't mention any foreign perfume brand. Today, we're going to sell Ghana and talk about Ghana. So my resource person for this afternoon is the person of Mr. Yusif Maison Jr. Yusuf, you're welcome to the conversation this afternoon.
Thank you for having me, sir.
I'm super excited. I mean, I've read your resume, I've read your profile, and it's just brilliant. I'll just read a bit about your company, Maison Yusif. It says that Maison Yusif, rooted in Ghana, is a global fragrance force with over 20 custom creations worldwide. This artisan house, led by Yusif Maisongo Jr., crafts perfumes inspired by Ghana's rich heritage. Their creations are a testament of the beauty of Ghana and have reached every corner of the world, making them a beloved choice for fragrance lovers. Their ambition is to be the world's go-to fragrance house, providing the true essence of perfume. Maison Yusif is more than a fragrance house. It is a sensory journey through the captivating landscapes and stories of Ghana. That's beautiful. I think that's a good place to put your hands together. We're streaming live on Facebook. He doesn't only create perfumes, but he looks handsome, if I can say that. So he looks like his product. He's actually acting out his product. Yusuf, you're going to be telling us your story. The object of this entire conversation, apart from selling Ghana and letting people know that we make perfumes right here at home, is to also inspire someone who is listening to us this afternoon. Somebody has been trying this out and they're thinking, oh, I don't think I can do it. I think that perfumes, up until today, I didn't know that we made perfumes in Ghana. But I'm sure that there are a few others who have also told your line, and they're going to be getting in touch with us this afternoon. But we want you to inspire someone this afternoon with your story. Get someone to get up and say, I can be like Yusuf. And obviously, people like you who are forerunners and forebearers, you don't want people to be like you. You want them to become better than you.
Absolutely.
Because every great man today has also stood on the shoulders of those who went before them. So clearly, we're going to set an example today and inspire someone. I always say this, and it's a joke actually, but when they're having all of these interviews, we say that for the record, please tell us your name. Obviously people know you. There are people who went to school with you.
Yes,
there are people who are listening to you who are family.
Yes.
People who work with you.
Yes.
But for the purpose of this interview, tell us your full name.
My name is Yusif Maisongo Jr.
Right.
I am the last born of a lot of siblings.
Okay.
Yeah. And I come from a very extended family. So yeah, that's my full name, Yusif.
Okay.
Jr.
Yusuf, growing up, I know you went to Islamic University.
Yes,
Before that, what senior high did you go to? What?
Reverend John Tay Memorial Institute.
So to all the Reverend John Tay Memorial Institute guys who are listening this afternoon, your boys in the studio. Shout out to all the John Tay boys.
Absolutely.
Which year did you complete?
I completed 2011.
So all the 2011 alumni of John Tay, your boys in the studio. It's
Yeah,
interesting though, because all the people who went to John Tay, I know, play the trumpet or play some drum or play some keyboard or something.
It's a musical / school, but I
Do you play an instrument?
I play the piano now, but I
Okay.
didn't learn when I was in school.
When
I
you were in
learned
school? After school?
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. Tell us a bit about your family background, if you will. No personal details, but just so people know that you are a human being. We didn't go and bring you from somewhere. We are pretending that. Let people connect.
Absolutely.
Growing up, you can talk about, let's say, school. You can talk about some boy band you joined, some soccer team. Let's get the connection points.
So I come from an extended family, as I said earlier on. It's the Maisongo family. Aside being the Maisongo family, it's a connection of different families that come together to form the Maisongo family.
Where is the Maisongo family originally from?
From Cowlin.
In Accra.
Yeah.
Okay, so good afternoon to you, the Maisongo family. Your son, your brother, your husband, your friend.
Junior brother.
Your junior brother is in the
Father,
studio. Your
son,
father is
everything.
in the studio. Good,
Yes,
good,
sir.
good.
So I grew up in a community called Newtown, just here,
Right.
Accra Newtown. Used to be called Lagos Town. And it's
What
been
were
a
the fondest memories growing up?
fondest memory. The childhood, growing up in Newtown, my brothers, as I said earlier on, I was the last born. I had other cousins that
Were you
I
picking
grew,
fights? Were you?
but it's the boy life every single day.
Right?
Yeah, And aside the siblings, we had other families that grew up with us, but we're all family. We all come from the same mother and father. That is how we take it up here. And it's been an amazing journey growing up. We all wanted to be footballers, entire family, starting from fathers, brothers.
Did any of them become footballers?
None.
None. Okay.
I also got in. I think our family, we are athletic, extremely athletic.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, I ran tracks.
Brilliant.
I played football. I was in every sports and activity, basically. I got out
Would you
at,
do it again?
right now.
If you could go back and grow up again, would you do it again?
Absolutely.
Brilliant.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I still sleep and dream about playing football with Messi, and yeah, till date. Till date, I do it.
There's a friend of mine says the dream is separate, but the hustle is sold separately. He said
Yeah,
the dream
true.
is free, but the hustle is sold separately.
That's very
Feel
nice.
free to dream.
Yeah.
Because the dream doesn't cost you any money, right?
Nothing.
So
And
what was education for you like? I know, talk us through SHS into Islamic University and then into the first class.
I started SHS from West African Secondary School. That was Form 1. My dad always wanted me to be in the boarding house because of where we come from, Newtown. It's a whole lot of things going on there. So he didn't want me to be there. He wanted me to be in the boarding house so I can focus.
Thank God for fathers, eh?
Absolutely. And after Form 1, I left UAS. I went to Ekumfiti Ahmadiyya in Central Region.
Right.
I was there for a term. It wasn't very favorable to me, so I left. I went to Reverend John Tay in Form 2 second term. So I'm not a bad boy. Just
No worry. No
just, just a young exuberant boy.
Yeah.
And I went there and I just did what I had to do. I completed. I didn't want to further education because then, I was a kid. I just wanted to play football. I wanted to
that's
pursue
what
my
you wanted to
dreams.
do.
Big shout out to my big brother, Abdul Nasser Yusuf Mizongo. He pushed the dream. He made sure that I furthered my education.
As I'm listening to you now, I'm getting mischievous. I'm just thinking of some football commentary. And Yusuf Mezongo scores a hat trick.
Oh, and it would happen. I have
What team? What's your favorite team?
It used to be Barcelona.
It used to be Barcelona, but now it's what?
Now I'm not very much active with
Right.
football.
Let's go straight to business, though.
Yes, please.
So right after school, I read your resume a bit. You tried to get a job, and then you didn't get a job, and then you decided to start your own business. Let's talk maybe for the next about 2 minutes. Let's talk about you trying to get a job and you trying your hand at different things, and let's take us from there through to the push. What pushed you over to decide to do your own thing? So talk us through that thing about finishing school, trying to get a job, being an Uber driver, and then finally deciding that you're going to do your own.
So very quickly, all right. My father, Alhaji Yusuf Mizongo, he's a full Hausa man. So when we talk about Hausa men, they are traders, entrepreneurs. That is what they are. And a Hausa man would rather sell something for himself and earn 5 cedi a day than work under someone and get 100 cedis a day. So my father was that kind of man. He never wanted us to do the white collar job kind of thing. He believed his kids are that smart to create something for themselves, and he wouldn't advise any one of us to go and do the white job, So, but my mother, she believed that my mother wanted me to be a lawyer. As I being a lawyer, she wanted me to be an actor, blah blah blah, and but the man of the house is always the winner, the father. So we tried a couple of organizations after uni, try to get a job. I'll call you back, we'll get back to you. That was the response.
So this was what year? This was in 2017.
Yeah, no, this was 18, 17 to 18.
Right.
We'll get back to you. And then our results came out. Yeah, no vacancy.
We'll call you back.
And then our results came out, and I had a first class. And my dad loved education. He always wanted one of his kids to get a first class, and I got it for him.
Oh.
So he got a car for me, a Chevrolet Matiz.
Yay!
Yeah,
Daddy's boy.
Yeah. I'm a daddy's boy, and you got a Chevrolet Matiz for me, and
You became his pride, didn't you?
No. We are all his pride.
I know, but I mean, you got the first class.
No, we are all actually his pride.
Joseph with a coat of many colors.
Not really.
I know you don't want to say it, but
No, I am not really. My father is for all.
Yeah.
Actually, so just being home. I always.
So how long were you home for?
I wasn't actually home. I was at camp.
Right.
Pursuing football still.
Right.
So I finally decided to hang my boots 2017 December. I was at Unistar Soccer Academy in Kaswa. I came back home and I decided, you know what? Time is ticking. There isn't much time. So I decided to start something for myself. And I had the car. What else? to do
So that's
Uber.
how you went into the Uber business.
Yeah, that is how I got into the Uber business. But before I got into the Uber business, I had a small bike that my dad brought from Germany, and I was using because of my football career. And it had a small trunk at the back. So, I didn't start the business in 2017. I started way back, but in the trunk of my motor. Me and my boy Aziz, shout out to Aziz, one of my pushers, and we'll just be two big guys on a very small motorbike.
You know what I want you to do?
Tell me.
Let's ask Aziz, or if someone is listening and they know Aziz, let's get Aziz to tune in, and then when we get
Aziz is in America right now,
but he can still listen. Yeah. So if
Yeah.
when we get interactive, if he's not asleep, if the time zones are not different, we want Aziz to call into the show. Yeah. Can we do that?
Okay. Someone inform him, please.
Cool.
Yes. So we started doing that. We're pushing, kept pushing, and it wasn't really there, where we wanted to be. And then
Did you want to give up at some point?
never, it never crossed my mind. In 2017, me and Aziz, and my wife now, we decided on a name. That was what you need. The name for the business was what you need.
What you need.
Yeah, so we started running what you need, and we went to register the name what you need. Someone was using the name for a pure water factory, something, I think. So we had to change the name. And right there in the car park of the Registrar General, Aziz brought up the name what you want. He said, you know what? Let's use what you want. What do you think? WYW. I'm like, that's why I have you by my corner. Yeah. So the name what you want was not from me.
Yeah.
It was from Aziz. Actually, we were listening to a song by The Weeknd, and the title of the song was What You Want at that moment. So he picked the name quickly, and we changed and we registered that name. And as time went on, back then we used to sell other fragrance of other brands. We used to sell...
You gotta start from somewhere.
Yeah, definitely. We used to sell sneakers, Slimmer product. We used to sell, whatever we could get our hands on that we could sell back then. And then we started with the perfume oils. We went on.
Let's backtrack a bit, just 2 seconds. You said people, in your resume, you said people took notice of the fragrance that you wore.
Yeah.
And this was during your Uber business.
Absolutely.
So the point there is that present yourself the best you can every time you wake up.
Absolutely.
Because you never know what people are looking out for.
That is it.
And it could be in the most unlikely place. Imagine that people didn't like what you wore.
True.
Then you wouldn't even discover it.
And what I was wearing back then was my creation. But back then, I wasn't confident enough to tell people that it is made by me, because the few people that I've tried to sell my creation to, they never took it because they know me to be a footballer. And all of a sudden, I want to do perfume, and I picked the fragrance journey from 2011. That was when I was in Cote d'Ivoire. I went to Cote d'Ivoire to play football. That is where I started picking it. So with time, you know what? I tell you something. When I was an Uber driver, to date, I haven't met an Uber driver who's like me. If any of my customers are listening, they'll tune in and they'll testify to that. I always had an extra fragrance right there for customers.
Give away.
No, just use it before you go down. Free, nothing. I always had water, a soft drink. I had mints, gums, everything you wanted.
Hey,
free. No, free. You can ask around.
Are you factoring that into the cost of the ride?
No, free actually. Free. And it helped a lot.
Right. Let's go into the perfume business. So now that you discovered that you were selling other fragrances, and then you started to make your own, because you had already started anyway, but you just weren't confident about it. How did you develop that process into making your own perfumes and then make a business out of it? That's why I'm interested. Let's stay there for a bit, if you will. What was the first fragrance you made and sold on the market?
Scent of Maison Yusif. That was the name.
Okay,
Scent of Maison Yusif.
Okay.
That was the name. I did about 15 pieces, and I sold to very few people, very close people. And it's my masterpiece to date. I don't have a sample of it now, and I wish I did.
Let me ask you this. You know how in the pharmaceutical industry, when people come up with recipes, if I can use that word that way, for, let's say, medication, it's a closely guarded secret. Is it the same thing in perfumery?
Even more.
Even more?
Yeah, even more. Extremely, because that's your success, that's your work.
That's your code.
If another perfumer,
formula.
Yeah, if another perfumer gets hands on it, he can recreate, just twitch it a little bit, and that's his new work. And you can do nothing about it.
But Are these fragrances registered? Is there a place you register these fragrances?
Yes, yes. The FDA standard board.
Right.
Yeah. You present your formula to them. They go through it. You present the fragrance also. They test it. They do what they have to do, and they certify it, and it's registered in their system. So no one can take it.
When you started to sell, or when you made the first 15 pieces, were you still selling on the go?
How do you mean?
I mean, from the back of your motorbike or from the car, or at that time, did you have a shop?
At that time, we had a shop. This is 2020. At that time, we had a shop.
3 years on, or 2 years on.
Yeah, 3.
3 years on.
At that time, we had a shop. No. At that time, we didn't have a shop. It was at the back of our trunk.
Back of a trunk.
Yeah, this Mr. Osman, we've been together from 2019.
Right.
He's been a stronghold of Maison Yusif. Without him, we wouldn't have been where we are now. So shout out to Mr.
Shout out
Osman.
to you, Mr. Osman.
Yeah. So he knew those clients. He knew them. Till now, I don't know most of the clients, but he knows all of them because he goes to them. He drops off to them, and So when I made those 15 pieces, I had just a few customers who were very much interested in my creation. So those are the ones I sold to. After I got their response and it was A1, I decided, you know what, we're going into our creation. So before we opened our store, I had already started creating to sell.
Naturally, because you were already making a lot of it.
I already at that time, 2020, I already had about 35 creations that were not out yet.
We're not out yet.
And as I speak with you now, I have over 150 creations. I'm always working.
Yeah.
People who know me know I'm always awake. I never sleep. I'm always creating something. I'm always picking inspirations all around the world, especially Ghana.
What did it feel like when you made your first sale?
What, my creation?
Yes, from your creation.
It was incredible. It sold out in the same day.
Same day.
Yeah, same day. I don't plan alone at Maison Yusif. We're a team. There is Aziz, as I mentioned. There is Mr. Osman. There is my big brother, who is my bone. Without him, trust me.
What's your big brother's name?
Mr. Nabil Mizongo.
Okay,
He's also in the States.
Give him a
Shout out to Mr. Nabil Mizongo. He's the CEO of Bill's Travels Consult.
Right.
And he's also a film director and a producer.
Right.
Without him, trust me. You know what? In life, we all need to serve the people ahead of us. Growing up, I was his boy. I was his boy. So I served him well. When I got to the time when I needed him, he gave his all for me throughout.
Loyalty pays.
Trust me.
Did you feel at that point when you made the first sale, when you made your first, let's say, formula,
Yeah.
and then the product came out and you sold it, and it sold out in one day?
Yeah.
At that point, did you feel vindicated that you had left the football dream and decided to do this? Did you feel vindicated at that point?
2017, when I came back from Unistar Soccer Academy, my boy Aziz, we were together, we were staying together. I told him, I'm done with football. He said, I'm crazy. I told him I'm done. And I meant it that I was done. And I wasn't going back to it. So though I sleep and dream about football, every time I play football, I have people ask me, why did I stop playing football? But that is gone. I don't think about yesterday. I think about today and tomorrow. So that's just
Tell me about fears, regrets, apprehensions. This is the reason why people don't jump off the edge. Most people want to do a lot of things, but they're afraid to jump. Did you have any of those fears at any point? Did you have any? Because I'm listening to you and it sounds to me as if you were confident the entire time. Is that what it was?
I'm a different breed. I'm my father's son and my mother's son. I'm fearless. Absolutely, I'm fearless.
So no fears at all?
No, I don't.
No apprehensions?
No. In Ghana...
If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, you move on.
Trust me, there's a huge inferiority complex in Ghana. But going in, we weighed everything, and me and my team, we said, you know what? We would be the biggest failures if we don't actually try. So we have to try. We'll do it. And we're going to be successful.
Use that statement right there and encourage someone who's listening to you. Because maybe someone is not as strong as you are, strong-willed as you are. They're not as confident as you are. But there's a certain thing you did. You decided that if you didn't try, then that was the first failure. So you are going to try regardless.
Absolutely.
Use that to encourage somebody right now. Just
hey, if you're listening right now, the only thing I can tell you, whatever you have in mind that you want to do, good thing that you want to do, give it a shot. And if you're giving it a shot, give it your 100. If you don't succeed, it's your experience. This experience that you pick from not succeeding, trust me, you never get it anywhere talk about degree, master's, bachelor, whatever, PhD. You never get that experience in books. You only get it on the field. And if you succeed, who's enjoying with you? Just you and your family and your loved ones.
Yeah.
So just give it a shot. You never know.
Let's talk about raising capital. Starting once you did the first 15 and it sold out, how did you get help from family, from friends, from the bank? How did you raise money?
I never got help from the bank, but once again, big shout out to my family, my brothers. Back then, when I used to create in-house fragrance just for me and my few boys, my big brother Nabil, my big brother Nasser, he works at National Health Insurance. They used to be the first to always purchase, whether it smells disgusting or right, they always used to buy. Always. When I say always, I mean always. They don't miss. Whatever I post, bring me 2 bottles. Bring me 3 bottles. Yeah. So I had that support. But I never got any support. Let's say someone saying, come, I want to invest in you. Take this as 5,000 cedis, 10,000 cedis. No, we never got it. I practiced something that I learned from my father. Rotational investment. If I make 500 cedis, I put the entire 500 cedis in the business. If I make 1,000, I put the entire 1,000.
So had you saved up some money from your previous business?
Yes, absolutely, yes.
Which you plowed back into this new business?
Every single thing we put right back in the business.
Okay.
So there is nothing like profit. This is my money in Maison Yusif. No, we don't have it. My money and the business money all goes back into the business. That is how we see steady growth to date.
Okay. A business is only as good as the people who work in it. So tell me about your team. I've heard you talk about your brother. I've heard you talk about Mr. Osman. I've heard you talk about your other brother and all of that. But what's the team? Tell me about the rest of the other people. And how you got them on the team.
I have an exceptional team. I'll start from it's a long hierarchy. There's my big brother, Nabil. There's Nasser. There's Rashid. There's Osman. There's Aziz. There is Mr. Lambert. There is Hafiz. There is Abdul Jalil. There is Dokas. There is Precious. There is Charity. And there's Hawa. There are a lot of them. And all these names that I'm mentioning, they are exceptional. Talk about, everyone has their own flaws. But if you focus on their good sides, they are A1.
What does each one do for the purpose of structure?
So, we have Mr. Osman, who manages the entire affair. We have Mr. Aziz, who is the advisor, everything. We have Mr. Nabil, who confirms the advice that is given. We have Mr. Nasser, who is in charge of the accounts. There is Dokas, she is the head of sales. There is Precious, she handles the Kumasi branch, also the head of sales. There is Mr. Lambert, he manages the Kumasi branch and he reports back to Mr. Osman, who is the overall general manager. There is Abdul Hafiz. He's now on leave from Maison Yusif, but he's still with us. We have it's a team, and as we speak right now, we have an initiative that we do for the people who complete the JHS. We take in about four of them. When you complete JHS, they stay home for like 2 months. That 2 months you stay, we put you on Maison Yusif, so you start learning entrepreneurship, marketing, whatever. We put you on and you get paid. So
an internship of some sort.
Yeah. So before you go back to school, you have it in mind that damn, when I worked, I got money. So coming back from home and from school vacation, there is something that will fetch them money. So that is how we are nurturing them into the next stages, the next group of entrepreneurs. That's what we want them to be.
Walk us through a typical day at work at Maison Yusif.
Typical day at work. I wake up, I have my lab at my side. When I wake up, I hit the lab. It's like a ritual. I hit the lab. If I have to complete a fragrance, if I have to start a fragrance, whatever I'm doing, I have to do it. When I leave there, I get to the office. Mr. Osman reports to me whatever that's going on, whatever we need to do. I leave there. I go to our East Legon branch. I check up there, or whatever. It's not a steady process. There are different things we do in a day, different stuff. If we have meetings, we get it done. If we have to,
If you've just tuned in, this is Masterclass here on your Superstation Joy 99.2.
Yeah.
We're here in the studio with Yusif Maison Jr. He's a perfumier and he's telling us the story of his business journey. We'll be getting interactive right now in a few minutes, I beg your pardon, so that you can be a part of this conversation. When we come back, I want to ask you the question, how do you make perfume? Don't answer that now. We'll take a quick message from our sponsors. When we come back, we get interactive.
Your favorite on-air business development program, Joy Business Masterclass, is in session, and you can interact with us on Facebook via the Joy 99.7 FM or Joy Business pages. If you tweet, the handle is at Joy 997 FM or at Joy Business GH. Don't forget to hashtag JB Masterclass. You can also call us on 0302 216541 or send your questions and contributions through to the WhatsApp number 0551 111997, and our facilitators will address your concerns. Attention everyone, class is in progress.
Welcome back. This is Masterclass here on your Superstation Joy 99.7. We're here in the studio with Yusif Mezongo Jr., who is a perfumier, and he's telling us the story of his business journey. Phone lines are now open. Numbers to call 0302 216 541. That's 0302 216 541. You can also send us your comments on 055 11 11997. That's 055 11 11997. Today's edition of Masterclass is brought to us by Goyle. Goyle, good energy. Goyle, Yenara, Yedia. If you have any motor vehicle of any kind, then Goyle has some great news for you. So what do you do when you run out of fuel in your vehicle? Do you just stop anywhere? If that's what you do, then please don't do that anymore. Let us introduce you to the Good Energy family and why you must be a part of it. Goyle Super XP Euro 95 and Diesel XPs are the best fuel qualities with high performance in town for your vehicle. Goyle Super XP Euro 95 is a high-grade fuel sold at the same price as normal fuel. Goyle's Diesel XP is low in sulfur, making it an eco-friendly option for your vehicle. With over 440 stations across the nation, we ask that you join the family that rewards you with a quality for an energized driving experience. Goyle, good energy. Goyle, Yenara, Yedia. Resident and potential resident of Tema, Ashaiman, Michelle Kampa, Fienya, Dawinya, Pram, Chopoli, Nungwa, and Spintex Road, among others, there's some great news for you. The EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair will be at your doorstep this September. The date is Friday the 15th through to Sunday the 17th of September. The venue is the Tema Municipal Assembly premises, and the time is from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. Exhibitors include finance companies, real estate developers, insurance, land vendors, providers of housing accessories, home appliances, furniture, home security, and roofing, among other building materials. The side attraction is that there will be a lot of giveaways from exhibitors and also from the organizers. To exhibit your products, please call 0540 110 389 or 0244 260 653. These are some of the companies who will be present at the fair. Elegant Homes, where quality meets value. Global Lighting, your solution to quality lighting. Syntex Tank, air strong, air tough. Gold Key Properties, building prestige since 1997. Springfield Estates, where dreams are built. Virtual Security, complete security solutions. DBS, your roof experts. Virtual InfoSec Africa, security solutions by design. St. Goban, making the world a better plan. Clifton Homes, beautiful homes, wise investments. And the Kensington Heights, Airport City Kumasi by HDG Homes Limited. Phone lines are still open. Numbers to call 0302 216 541. You can also send us your comments on 055 11997. I'm hoping that Aziz will call us, but I have a caller on the line. Good afternoon. You're welcome to Masterclass. Your name and where you're calling from.
Good afternoon. My name is Pastor Mike.
Pastor Mike, you said?
Yes.
Pastor Mike, good afternoon. Where are you calling us from this afternoon?
I'm actually calling from Chado.
Right. Talk to us, Pastor Mike.
Okay, I want to congratulate Yusuf. I see him as a very young, enterprising young man, and I like what he does. I met him, I think, 2 years ago in the area. We are somewhere, and I introduced his perfume to me. I love perfumes, and I use a lot of perfumes. So when I came to him and he gave me one, I'm actually having it's deeper than wet in my car as I'm talking right now. And
right.
Amazing.
Wow. Thank you so much, Pastor
Thank you so much, Pastor Mike.
Yeah, God bless you.
Thank you so much. When you visit next, we owe you a gift.
Most people that are complaining about the government is not providing job for them and not keeping money in their pocket. Keep up what you're doing and encourage your young one. God bless you.
Thank you. God bless you too, boss. We appreciate you.
Okay, so Pastor Mike, Yusuf has just offered you a token perfume exhibit the next time you visit the shop. Phone lines are still open. Please pick up that phone. Give us a call, 0302216-541. Or you can send us your comments on 05511119997. We're hoping that Aziz will give us a call. I really want to talk to Aziz this afternoon. So before I came on the show, I just sort of did a little read up on perfumes. And I asked you a question on how perfume is made. I will allow you to answer that question. But I also went on to find out, do perfumes expire? And the answer I got is yes, but I won't go on. I will let you are the experts in the field. So first of all, generally, how are perfumes made?
It's a long process.
It's a long chemical process, right?
Not entirely chemical.
No, not entirely.
Yeah, not entirely. Depends on.
Can a baker make a perfume in his house?
No, he cannot.
He cannot make a perfume in his house, okay.
Unless he knows how to, of course. But it's a long process.
Can it go wrong?
Making a perfume?
Yeah.
It's an art. It's an art. Who knows? Maybe my creations are wrong, but
I'm asking, can it go wrong? Meaning, if you do the wrong mixes,
oh well, of
and
course,
you put it on the skin, can it react in a certain way?
Absolutely.
So you have to get it right then.
Absolutely. Some people mix water. Water does not go with fragrance. It would make it white, and what else does this say? To make a fragrance.
What are the differences? You know, sometimes when you buy perfume, there's eau de toilette, there's the other one, the oil-based, there's water-based, and there's all sorts of... What are the differences anyway?
Eau de cologne, there is toilette, there is eau de parfum, there is parfum, there is extrait de parfum, there is parfum extreme, and a whole lot. Now, it's a free world. People are bringing up their types of fragrances, but these are the certified types that we have in the world. And they all depend on the number of parfum actually in the curation. That is what makes it EDT, EDP, P, extrait de parfum, parfum extreme, etc.
I'm shaking my head like I understand what you're saying, but I don't. Okay. So it's a skill.
Yeah.
Is there a place anyone can go to learn how to make perfumes? Someone is listening to you this afternoon and they're saying, I want to be like Yusuf. I want to learn how to make perfumes. Is there a place they can go to learn how to make perfumes?
Yeah, it depends. There is a...
I read your resume. You did some good training.
It's all over the world. There are different trainers. It depends on what type of creation you want. Whether you want to learn the aroma chemical side of perfumery, the naturals, the synthetics. Depending on what you want to learn, there are different types of perfume creation. But I learned all of them. And it depends on, you can go to Dubai, you can go to Azerbaijan, you can go to Germany, Europe, France, you can go to especially the southern side of France, that grass, a whole bunch of perfumers.
Are you thinking of creating a school that teaches people how to make perfumes?
We're already working on it.
Because I'm sure a lot of people will. So I've got a comment on social media already. This one, you didn't add your name. It says, how do I contact Yusuf? Where do we find Maison Yusif? Let's start from social media. Where do we find you? You
can find us social media first. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. It's Maison Yusif. MaisonYusif. Maison Yusif. And our physical stores, we have one at Kokomlemle, Top Radio on the traffic lights. You can just put on Google Map Maison Yusif Kokomlemle. Or
Maison is a French word?
Yes, house of...
No, before you explain it, for the sake of my good friend Sammy Forsen, whose French teacher died early, he doesn't understand what the word maison means. Please explain what Maison Yusif means.
Maison means house.
House.
Yes, so Maison Yusif means house of Yusif.
House of Yusif.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So our branch, we have a branch in East Legon now, above the Adi Specials, or you can put on Google Map Maison Yusif East Legon, will take you there. And for our Kumasi team,
are there any numbers?
Yeah.
Numbers to call?
You can call 0244717915, or you can call 0579808998.
Please take it again for me slowly.
0579808998.
Okay, and the second one?
You can call 0243910917.
Okay, we'll try and put that number out again before we leave. But phone lines are still open. I'm sure that you, as intrigued as I am that we have people making perfumes here in Ghana. Numbers to call 03022165541. You can also send us your comments on 05511119997. Tell us about packaging, branding, that whole value chain, the delivery process. If a customer orders online, how does it get to them? Who's in your value chain? Is it diversified? Are they doing it themselves, or do you have control over your value chain? I ask that question because if there's a point of failure in your value chain, it affects your total service delivery. So how do you manage your value chain, your entire value chain? Caller on the line. Okay, good afternoon. Welcome to Masterclass. Your name and where you're calling from.
Good afternoon. My name is Leo.
Right,
I'm
Leo.
calling from Quayman.
Oh, right, Quayman. How's Quayman this afternoon, Leo?
It's cloudy, but we are hanging in there.
It is well. Talk to me, Leo.
So I'm actually inspired by the story. Myself personally, I did a bit of Uber some time ago, and I used to sell insurance policies. So actually, when I heard that he also is a colleague, Uber driver, I just felt inspired, and I just want to say God bless him and encourage him for the good job that he's doing. And I hope one day I'll pass by one of his shops and get one of his perfumes.
Thank you so much, Leo. You don't even need to go to the shop. Just go online right now and order. I'm sure that
Thank you so much,
because
Leo.
he's on the show today, once you order and you refer to this conversation on air,
You get a discount.
Yusif might just...
And you get a gift.
Wow, he took the words right out of my mouth.
Of course.
We've got a few more minutes on the show. Numbers to call 03022165541. Tell us about the one challenge that you had since you started. I've got another caller on the line.
Yeah.
I've got two questions you haven't answered.
I got
come
you.
back to you. Good afternoon. You're welcome to Masterclass. Your name and where you're calling from.
Okay, my name is Nico.
Sorry, I missed that.
Name from Usu, please.
Right, Nee, how are you doing, my brother?
I'm okay. What about you?
I'm well, thank you, Nee. Talk to us.
Okay, Maison, you are doing a wonderful job, actually. When you start businesses from the beginning, right, normally you don't get the support and then how do I put it? Let me put it that way, the support. But kudos to your elbows. You've really risen to where you are. And then I think from there you can pick up. It's not easy for young people starting their own initiatives like that. So I think I would say kudos.
Thank you so much, Master Nee. Thank you.
Thank you, Nee. Thank
Truly
you so much.
appreciate you. Thank you.
Encouraging Ghanaian businessmen to be ingenious. I've got a comment on social media. This one says, it's from Ya. Oh, it used to be Ya from Spintex. It's now Ya from Kaneshi. Ya says, how are you able to check or know if unknowingly you created an existing fragrance? Like maybe you had an idea to combine certain elements and you loved the results and wanted to sell it. How do you know that a perfume like that doesn't exist somewhere and you may be breaching copyright or something?
So in the perfume world, there is actually nothing like that. Yeah, it all depends on your formula, your curation, what you set up. If someone should actually take you to court because they think it's a copyright, you just present your formula and recreate. Then they know it's not the same as them. With perfumery, there is always a secret note with fragrance. A secret note you will never know. No one never knows. They could put their accords and the top notes, heart notes, middle notes, base notes on Fragrantica, whatever. You would think these are the notes, but it's not entirely it because it's the perfumer's recipe. If it puts it out there, everyone would recreate it. And so maybe I could use ambergris as my fixative. You could create a fragrance, use a bunch of ambergris in your fixative. Or maybe someone could use mandarin orange, a bunch of it in their top notes. I would use the same in my top notes. When I spray the fragrance and you smell it, you might think, this perfume reminds me of Dior Sauvage. That's not when to judge a fragrance. The top note of every fragrance is supposed to attract you and get your mind to it. It might smell similar to another fragrance. Where you judge a fragrance is when it dries down after like 4 hours of usage. That is the base note of the fragrance. That is the actual element of the perfume. What we talk about, pure essence of a fragrance, is in the base note, not top notes. You could skip a top note and create from a heart note to base note. No one gives a heck. Excuse my language. But
he's
the
talking
essence,
about notes and top notes, and I'm thinking music. But Charlie, that's why everybody has a specialization. Charlie, shout out to you. I've got another comment on social media. Okay, right. This one is from Pa from Lakeside. Pa, give us a call after the show. We'd love to have you here on the show as well, so that you can tell us about your business, because we're happy to talk to indigenous Ghanaian business people. We're talking about your value chain. I've got just about 2 minutes on the show, very briefly.
How do you mean by?
So, for example, those who supply you the raw materials, those who
Absolutely.
transport it, those who provide the packaging material, those who are on your website. Those
So let me take you quickly. So it does affect us big time, because if you order essence or what you meant by ingredients today, if you're going to order next 3 months, prices have changed. Prices are changing every single day. But we live in Ghana, Africa. You can't ignore that. People complain every single time. People pretend they don't know what is going on. If you buy an item today when the dollar is 10 and next week the dollar is 14, they still expect you to sell it at that same price. So with business, you study your environment and live with them peacefully. So most at times, when these changes happen, we take the loss. We don't increase price or decrease or whatever. We take the loss. We take it in the business. We don't let it affect the customer, because the little twitch or change in prices, you're going to have good customers run away just because there's been change of price, and we don't want anyone to run away from us. We want them to stay.
Give us your thoughts on customer experience very briefly as a business person.
It's 90% of your business. It's what makes you. Customer service. Your product could be, excuse my language, bollocks, but if your customer service is there, trust me, you'd have everyone there. Yeah, people love to be given value for their money. People love to be treated specially, and that is what most people here in Ghana, stores that I visited, restaurants, etc., lack. You visit places and you purchase stuff, and people are waiting for you to say thank you to them, like they did you a favor to sell to you, when actually you picked them out of the lot. So everyone who visits us, we thank you so much. We always love to give you gifts, whatever we have to give you, just to let you know you are appreciated, because you picked us out of the lot. I visited Istanbul some time back last year. Visit a store and you're purchasing something of $1, just $1. Trust me, bro. You enter, you are given a seat, comfortability. They speak with you so gently. The person could actually be racist, but when you come to business, they are different. They offer you coffee, tea, whatever you want, free on the house. Whether you buy or not, you're getting it.
Does House of Maison intend to go into another product line once this has settled?
Yeah, we are launching our scented body butter soon, infused with shea butter, but it's scented, absolutely scented, of your fragrance, of your favorite fragrance. We are bringing it up on the market soon.
So the plan is to go into other products.
Yes.
Well,
We are at this moment we are going to be introducing home scents, car diffusers, etc. soon.
Okay. What should we take away from this conversation? And then when you're done with that, put out the number again for me.
Okay, let me put out the number first for those listening. It's 0579808998. If you missed the number, just go on our website, either the website or social media handles. The number is there. You just tap it and call or WhatsApp us. Anyhow, if you want to place your order, you can visit our stores. Place your order through our social media handles or our website. We take in all of those. And one message that I would love to leave out there before we go is the same thing that I said before. With perfumery, it's a multi-million-dollar industry. Multi-billion-dollar industry. In Ghana, we haven't scratched just the surface of the ice. Look, we've not even gotten close to the iceberg. So I would encourage each and everyone who wants to go into it to really go in. If you have the nose and you want to learn perfumery, trust me, go into it. Give it all your heart as we did, and just look out for the results.
Yusif Maisongo Jr. is the CEO of Maison Yusif, which is the House of Yusif.
Yes, sir.
And he's a perfumier. He's been here on the show with us on the Startup Dialogue series here on Masterclass. Thank you so much for joining us. God willing, we'll see you same time next week.